Alright, so I'm picking up some more with Whirling Waltz event in Genshin, and I don't know how to unlock the minigames yet. I'm gonna try talking to Lapine Pauline. Traveler, doesn't it feel like all your troubles just melt away when you're at Cheval Marine's Film Fantasyland? I've got two pieces of good news for you. Which one would you like to hear first? Let's start with the most important one. Alright, then I'll begin with the one that's most exciting for you. I'm giving you the prototype of that composite hunter's bow. The prototype? Many years ago, a weapon research team at the Fontaine Research Institute developed a prototype to push the limits of long-range bow performance. They hired my outsourcing team to design the sight for it. But then, both the Mission Gardiange and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol adopted muskets as their standard issue and stopped ordering bows in bulk since they require so much training to master. The research team and my outsourcing group were disbanded, and this prototype ended up in my hands. Until recently. A sci-fi film about mechanical enhanced warriors borrowed that bow as a prop. The invisible protagonist, the Prophet, used it to silently take down all sorts of enemies. Thanks to that, the bow gained quite a following among sci-fi film fans, so I brought it here to showcase. What an interesting backstory, but why give it to me? Because you're the heart and soul of Cheval Moraine Film Fantasyland, the one who brings all these legendary characters together. After fans learned about the bowl's original purpose, they all hoped it could find its way into the hands of a true master, someone who could unleash its full potential. As a renowned ace adventurer, even if you're not a bow expert yourself, I'm sure you'll find someone who can wield it with skill and bring out its true power. Once things settle down at the Cheval Moraine Film Fantasyland and most fans have had a chance to see it, I'd like you to take it and carry on its legacy beyond the silver screen. Wow, I'm so flattered. Haha, no need for formalities between us. Just promise me you'll put it to good use. I hope you and your bow-wielding buddy have a blast with it. Okay, so it's just stuff she's telling us about. Okay, so I still haven't unlocked the minigames yet. So let's try talking to Navia.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moraine Film Fantasyland crew?
Let's do this.
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moraine Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every big boss went to business school, you know. We've done plenty of big business ourselves.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Teyvat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
Okay, I've unlocked the minigames.
As you can see, our Fantasyland's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks.
This is making me think of the potion thing.
As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Haha, sounds right up my alley.
Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people, and there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I see. You want me to be your test player.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then, let's start with eclectic escapades and put our first guide together.
Let's see, unlock facility. Formulate a standard strategy to ensure smooth running of the facility. Collect the required number of adventurers' coins and reach the destination to complete the challenge. Beware of some traps in the stage that will decrease challenge time if touched. Special skills can create acceleration rings in front of the character while they are diving or gliding. Not only can you speed up using these skills, but you can also use them to dodge obstacles or break through terrain.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenge format is super easy to get into, and it ties in perfectly with the film theme.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them.
Oh my.
These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Now that you mention it, I kind of want one. No. I say, shouldn't Frina be getting a sizable cut?
Don't worry. As Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
I have very high standards when it comes to reviewing resumes.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Oh, that's what this is for. Let's see. Service value is a 12. Okay. Confirm assignments.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
Wishing them success on the job.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this, the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a lot like the potions one.
Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier. She'll be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so many layers to this operation.
Okay. So, I actually have to get ready to do the recording soon because my alarm's about to go off for that. Oops. And there goes my chapstick. That's not how I wanted to do that. I want to dismiss the alarm.
Instead of confining themselves
Okay,
to the
because I don't want that
heavens,
going off while I'm doing
God
recording.
should broaden their horizons in the
All right.
world below.
So that is all I'm going to do for now, and I'll see you guys later.